I'm with the inimitable
We
Mark
just
Lowry.
left. We're leaving the hospital in Kingwood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kingwood, Texas. Thank you, Lord. Sing it.
For saving my soul. Thank you, Lord, for making me whole. Thank you, Lord, for giving to me thy great salvation, so full, rich, and free.
I heard.
Now you do lead on that one.
Thank you, Lord, for saving my soul.
Thank you, Lord, for making me whole.
I'm putting on my seatbelt. Thank you, Lord, for giving to me thy great salvation, so rich and free. That is one of the songs that just comes out of me when I'm not thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It just, and another one is, I believe. Lord, help my unbelief.
Yes.
I take the finite risk of trusting like a child.
I love that.
I believe.
I almost wrote this.
I would have had I thought of it. Lord, help my unbelief. I'll walk into the unknown, trusting all the while. I love this part. I long so much to feel the warmth that vestals seem to know. But should I never feel a thing, I claim him even so. That's the greatest line Gloria Gaither ever wrote. Should I never feel a thing, I claim him even so. You can choose to claim him, and if you never feel, see, or know, you can believe. And to as many as believe, to them gave he the power to become the children of God.
That's so cool.
You don't have to see. I've seen nothing. He's seen miracles. I'm Baptist. We don't get miracles because they stole them all. We have to walk by faith.
So
Hey,
we've come
this far by faith. That's another one that. Leaning on the Lord, trusting in his holy word. Da, 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 da. He's never failed us yet. That was a real marcher, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, 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 we can't turn back. We've come this far by faith. All right, now, we had a windy, we were looking through all the, just finished the live broadcast when we were going to the hospital, and I was looking through some of the questions that you asked. They went by so fast. 1,300 of you made comments, so we've been going back and looking through. Wendy Engel Catchell, Kachel, she said, my church is a multi-site church and they do wonderful things. It is a good ministry, but they don't sing much of the good old hymns, those classics that I love and I wish they would. It's such a great idea of this new kind of church. But why do they get away so much from the old hymns?
That's a fabulous question, and I'm going to tell you, as a pastor of a multi-site church, it's something that I wrestle with every single week. Here's what we know. Obviously, you know the kind of music I like. We're singing it.
Right.
Obviously, that's where my head goes when I'm in worship.
We grew up on that.
And a lot of music that we love. Some people don't want to. They want to think it's just godly, like King James Version kind of.
Right.
That's a thought deal. The deal is God's in a lot of different kind of music. Now, this is my style. It's kind of like food. Certain food, you know, you eat it and it's wonderful. You love the taste.
Yeah.
Others,
well,
they don't. In this worship deal,
yeah,
for us to have as many people that come through our door that they couldn't spell God if you spotted them 2 letters.
Right.
They don't have a clue.
But before you get that, let me just say something you just said. You say, my dad used to say, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I know what I like. But here's what you're really saying. You like what you know.
That's it.
And we were raised, and many of you, our age and up, were raised on this old, that touched us and moved us.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead. But these people,
many of the people that are coming in the doors right now, because it'll happen. Let me do it this way. It'll happen, Mark. I'll be preaching and I'll feel, and I'll just sing a song in the middle of my sermon.
I love it.
I can't tell you sometimes when I'm at a place where it's many of our new people, they're new, it doesn't do for them at all like it does for us.
Well, you don't know.
Now, hold on. Now, what happens is they fall in love with our Jesus, and then you begin to
introduce them
to culturally understand more. Sorry, I'm driving with my knee right now. Culturally understand more about this God that we're serving. Now, all that said, I think we need that music appreciation across the board. If you're reaching 25 and 30-year-old people, they probably aren't going to be moved. We have found they don't keep coming back if our primary music is what you and I are singing right now.
Right.
On the other hand, it's easy to toss all of what we've done out, all we grew up on out, for just the new. And the new often doesn't have enough depth to last through a storm.
Well, let me tell you what you do. If you're 50s, my age or older, look at the young people. I mean, that's what I do. When I'm in church, Grace Church is my church, and people ask, is that your church? It is now. I've adopted it as my church since I moved back here. But watch the people who are getting it. You may not understand the new songs. They may, we love to say, what a machine gun and a praise song have in common. 99 rounds. And they make you stand up now. You don't have to stand up. Sit down. Nobody will be offended.
Sure.
I sit down. If my leg starts hurting, I sit down.
I'm sitting by the last services of the weekend, and I've been there for a
don't
day
let
and a half.
anybody guilt you into standing.
No.
That's not a law.
But broaden your mind.
Yes.
Broaden your mind to not hate something just because you don't understand.
Because it's new, or
in fact,
because it's new.
That's some of what I'm going to be preaching here tonight. See, I have Saturday night church, so tonight and then again tomorrow. That's some of what I'm saying this weekend. Is Thomas had to understand and learn that doubt doesn't necessarily equal unbelief.
That's going to be good.
You can doubt something without substituting unbelief in its place.
Right.
And
you want to explain that, or you want to say it for the sermon?
No, that's in this. That's what I'm going to be saying this weekend. Is for Thomas, he doubted because he didn't see what the rest of them saw, but he didn't quit Jesus. He didn't leave. And he was still with the disciples, and it doesn't say anything about him saying, I don't believe you guys are telling the truth.
Right.
He just says, I have my doubts.
Right.
I've got my doubts.
Unless I can stick my fingers in the holes in his hand. But it didn't
take away his belief because he stayed with it.
Right.
So there's a difference between doubting and unbelief.
Okay.
We're gonna drill down on that some.
Well,
but on that music, I just want you to know that I struggle as a pastor to make sure that we're serving food that everybody will continue to come back on. You need to know that. 4 locations. God's blessed us with a few thousand people. Stay in your lane, sir. A few thousand people that show up. And your pastor, Wendy, is probably struggling with the same thing of how do I keep this going and do it right and keep the balance. And that's a great question, Wendy.